Hello again. So today I have a little bit of a different kind of video because all last year I was telling you guys that I was gonna go on vacation, and over the holidays we finally went on vacation and we went to the beautiful tiny country of El Salvador, which, as you may or may not know, is also my birth country. I hadn't visited El Salvador in almost 22 years because even though my husband kept telling me to go with him because he goes like almost every year, I was a little bit hesitant about going because of the violence over there. There's a lot of gangs and just political unrest, I suppose, and that's the reason why I didn't want to go. But I feel like things have been changing lately, and that's why I decided that why not? Let's go. So I am going to begin with the plane ride, and I haven't been on an airplane since around 2004. So I had forgotten how much pressure you feel upon takeoff. So that was quite a shock. On top of that, I'm really scared of heights. So I was a little bit nervous. And my son, my oldest son, the one with special needs, he can sense whenever I'm nervous, and he gets nervous as well. So he was extremely nervous, and like as soon as we took off, he vomited, and the whole time he just didn't want to be there. He's like, can we get out? Can we get out? I was like, we can't get out. We're like 30,000 feet in the air. So yeah, it was quite a shock to him. But when we got there, he was like so excited. He was clapping like everybody else. And on our way back, he did a lot better. He actually was very calm. He knew what to expect. He watched a couple movies and he was good. So we stayed in an Airbnb called Osiris Place. And honestly, I think that is like the best decision that we made because it was a very big house. It was very comfortable, and it was just us there. I absolutely loved it. I am probably going to do a video about it, specifically of that Airbnb, because we also stayed at another Airbnb at some point, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. We have a family there. I have a lot of family. My husband has a lot of family there. And so we visited a lot of people, even though we weren't able to visit absolutely everybody. We did see many people. We also visited lots of places, and I did make a list of all the places that we wanted to visit, an itinerary with the days of the week that we were going to visit them. But everything kind of changed around last minute, and we decided just to visit specific places. My kids were miserable without Wi-Fi. They didn't want to get out. They wanted to sleep. And so that kind of had to change our plans a little bit. And whenever we went to visit family, they had Wi-Fi. At least my side of the family had Wi-Fi. So they were really happy to visit them. There was many places that I wanted to visit, but it ended up being that we only visited like a handful of places because of the kids, because they were very tired already and they didn't want to get up early in the morning. And if we needed to go through San Salvador, which is the capital city, there's so much traffic. I forgot to take a video of that, but the traffic is horrendous compared to here in Texas in the United States. And it is just whoever is the fastest will get in. Whoever is slow will just be taken off the road. I would not dare to drive there. It is horrible. It's not just that there's traffic. It's just that the streets are tiny. I don't know how cars don't rub against each other or crash against each other, because it is crazy. Oh my gosh, no. I would not drive there unless I lived there a long time and then I started getting the courage, but otherwise, no. We went to visit this place called Suchitoto, and I'm probably going to make separate videos of these places, but we did go play to a place called Suchitoto, which is up in the mountains somewhere, and there's a beautiful view of a lake. That was a really nice area. We also went to Cerro Verde, And I was so scared because it's really high up. I mean, I am going to insert the elevation somewhere, but it is extremely high up in the mountain. And next to it is the Santa Ana volcano and the Izalco volcano. So the Izalco volcano had been active for a very long time, and we went to this place that is very interesting. It's a restaurant, and it is on the Cerro Verde, which is, I guess, translated to Green Mountain. It is really high up. Basically, you have the Izalco volcano right in front of you, and you see the top of it. Like, you're like right there. So it was a very nice experience. I am glad that we went. I'm glad they didn't tell me beforehand that we were going there, because I wouldn't have wanted to go because it's so high up. But I'm glad that we did, because it was a very unique experience. We also went to the beach, and there are many beaches in El Salvador, because El Salvador is on the Pacific coast. So the Pacific Ocean is right there. There are many, many beaches. And we ended up going to El Tamarindo, which is in San Miguel, which is another big city. The beach was absolutely breathtaking. It is really deep inside, so there's a lot of shallow water like going there. And the sand is like a dark gray sand. I'm gonna show you pictures of how it glows. It just like, it's like there was glitter in the sand or something, because it just glows. And I took a video when the sun was setting, and I'm gonna be showing you that as well. So we are right here at El Tamarindo Beach, and it is absolutely beautiful. The sun is setting already. It's just a beautiful, beautiful sunset. There she is. Oh, wow. So yeah, it's just a really beautiful sunset. Like, this is myself against the sunset. It is just like that glow that the sunset gives. It's just like so beautiful and like so warm. I absolutely love it. The stars are starting to come out. Like, they're starting to show. Yes! There's Benji right there. So we stay there at an Airbnb, and that's the other one that I was gonna tell you about. I don't remember the name of the place, but it's in El Tamarindo. Oh my goodness. It said, the description on Airbnb for that place did not match the actual place whatsoever. It's basically just a bedroom with an attached bathroom, and that's it. That's all there is. And it talks about you're like on the resort, you have use of the resort. But when I'm thinking resort, I'm thinking of something much more than just a pool that looked dirty. And so yeah, it was cloudy. It wasn't, I don't know if it was dirty, it was just very cloudy, like white looking, like it had milk in it. So I did get in the pool just to like stand there because my son wanted to get out. And then we just went to the beach, because the beach was actually like quite breathtaking. It was just beautiful. Anyways, what do you think? When you have a bad Airbnb experience, do you actually leave a bad review, or is it more like, I don't know. I just feel like, for me, it's like if you have nothing good to say, then don't say it at all. And that's basically how like I felt about that place, because I did not have something good to say about the place, except for like the actual beach it's just beautiful. But other than that, it was extremely overpriced. It was like $140 a night or something like that. And on top of that, like, it was just a bedroom. It did have air conditioning. The TV didn't work. The shower wasn't working at first, then it started working. They hadn't left us any towels, so there was no toilet paper. There was like a lot of things missing. And so it did say in the description that they had it. You know, when we got there, we couldn't find the place. And I don't know why they can't just like write out the name of the place, because the place does have a name. So I don't know why they didn't say, you know, instead of saying kilometer something, because there's no exact number like on the actual property, just say the name of the place. It has it in big letters in the front. Why not write it on the actual listing, you know. So it was not a very good experience with the actual Airbnb place we rented. But we did have a good experience on the beach itself because it was just beautiful. On top of that, the food was extremely overpriced. And everyone we asked, like our family over there, they're like, you paid way too much. But that was the price, and it compared to like the prices over here. I wish we had visited another beach. I feel like we did have more beaches in the itinerary, but then again, you know, like I said, the kids just didn't want to be getting up early in the morning, so we're basically just using half a day to do things. There was another place that we visited, and I think it was one of my top favorites out of all of them, and it was Termos del Rio, which translates to river thermal waters. And that's basically what it is. And I think originally it was just that, thermal waters, and that's it. But then they added kind of like a whole water park around it. And it is a very nice area, especially if you are traveling with kids, teenagers. I feel like you need to go there. It is a very large place. It's $5 per person to go in, and it has a private parking. I think the parking itself is like $1. But then like for the tickets to go in, it's like $5. I don't know if they charge outsiders or tourists more, but I know that they used to charge $3, now it's $5. That place was just great. Like, there is a pool, there's like a really big pool. Then they have a wave pool. They also have 3 water slides that are really high up. They have zip lining, and I do think the zip lining is like $1. Then they also had the thermal water. So if you keep going all the way like to the back of the place and go down a lot of steps, they have thermal waters there, and there's these little fish that will like nibble on all your dead skin. So it tickles, but I kept thinking, you know, they're gonna exfoliate me for free. So it was nice. It was a nice experience. We met some people there. We were talking. And so, yeah, it's a really nice place, and I do recommend it 100%. They also have a couple of restaurants in there. They have like a food court area where you can expect to pay anywhere from like $4 to $7 per plate. And yeah, they have drinks if you want to buy like any alcoholic beverage. Then they also have like a restaurant, which is a little more bougie, but by that I mean like what, $7 to $10 a plate. And you have to spend like a minimum of like $20 in order to like be able to sit there in that restaurant that they have there. They rent hammocks. You can rent a picnic table. You could rent cabanas. And I do suggest that if you are going to be staying there the whole day. I do believe it's around $10 to $13 to rent that thing for the whole day. And I think that's what they're called, a cabana. But I'm not exactly sure. We didn't do that because we only went there for like 2 hours. So places to eat around El Salvador that we visited. We visited many pupuserias because, as you know, El Salvador is the land of the pupusas. My kids, they were like, you know, this is supposed to be the land of the pupusas, and I've had better in Texas. So I think it's just that you get used to a certain taste. So when you go there and you taste that's like the original way of making them instead of mozzarella cheese. You kind of are taken aback by the flavors, but I absolutely love them. So the pupusas, depending on where you go, they're gonna cost you anywhere from 50 cents to about $1 for your regular cheese pupusas or cheese and beans. But they also have like specialty pupusas. Like we went to this place that they had shrimp. They actually filled them with like, they have a lot of it. You feel the flavors. And I believe the name of that place was Barbarita in Oloquilta, which Oloquilta is the place for the pupusas. Like it is a strip basically. It's like 2 strips, one going one way on the street, the other one going the other way. And it is filled with pupuserias or pupusa restaurants. And I'm gonna show you pictures of what a pupusa is, just in case you don't know what it is. So yeah, that place we went to is called Barbarita, and we absolutely loved it. Out of all the places that we visited for pupusas, I feel like that one was the best one. As far as just other type of food, at that restaurant that we went to on top of Cerro Verde, it's called Casa 1800. I'm gonna make a separate video of it because there's a lot of info that I want to give you, but I don't feel like it was the best food. We also went to like other places to eat. I mean, we were eating out most of the time, and the best place that I ate is actually at the mercado, or the market. So it is a street market where people just, sell vegetables and fruit and all kinds of stuff. So we went to Santiago Nonualco, to their mercado, or their street market. And if you go to the inside, to not like out on the street, but there's actually a mercado that's like enclosed, you're gonna find a food court area. And in that food court area, we went to visit a stand that is called Isabel, I believe it was called, or Isabella, or something like that. And they had food that you could see right there, and you just pick whatever you wanted. They put it on your plate. So basically, my husband and I, we both got like a whole like plate. So I got beans, I got plantains, chile relleno, which is stuffed peppers, like this potato that was like baked with cheese on top. It was a tiny one though. 2 tortillas. What else? Did I eggs? No, I didn't get. I might have gotten egg. I don't remember. I got rice. I got quite a few things. It was breakfast and a coffee. And my husband got kind of like beans and plátanos or plantains, and he had vegetables and some other stuff, and also the 2 tortillas and the coffee. And total for both of us, like totally, completely, it came out to about $5.50. So yes, that is the best place to go if you want to eat cheaper and if you want to eat the best, because mercados are people, it's what people normally eat. Like it's kind of like the local food. That's what they will serve you, and they cook really well. So it's not like a bougie, like higher end place. It's gonna be like kind of like the lowest that you're gonna find, and it's gonna actually be cheaper than getting fast food. So I do recommend that if you don't mind having to chew away the flies, because there's flies and it's not air conditioned, you're inside a market, a street market. But for me, it was the best place that I visited as far as food goes. It was delicious. We also went to the Zacatecoluca market. And so Zacatecoluca is a city. It's a large city in El Salvador that it was about 15 minutes from where we were staying. We went there to get the stuff for the Christmas party, for the Christmas dinner. And I bought some sandals there, and I am going to do a separate video on everything I bought because I bought a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be giving you prices and places where I actually bought them, just in case you're ever around there and you want to buy some stuff. So yeah, I mean, we had so much fun and I really enjoyed it. My kids said they would be happy to go back and visit again. So that is good. The other thing that I did want to mention is 2 more things. I did want to mention that I was embarrassed to take video. Like I was really embarrassed to take videos or pictures in public places of, what was going on, like markets and people doing their everyday things, because I felt like I was such a tourist. Like if people were on display and I am just like randomly taking a video like many YouTubers do. So it felt a little bit like awkward for me, and I wish I would have had better footage of what was going on, but I just felt like it was embarrassing for me to be filming people doing their everyday things. And so that's the reason why I don't have a lot of video of people. I did take video of when we were like going in the streets and stuff like that, but not necessarily of the actual people. And actually, I will be inserting a video that we were traveling through, I believe it's Santa Ana, or I'm not sure. I think I say it in the video, but we were traveling through this place that was the countryside, and it was just beautiful. It was just farm areas, lots of plantations. Is that what they're called? I don't know what they're called, but it was just beautiful. And so I took a video of that. It was nice to see my birth country again after so long. And I mean, I've told you before, I came to the United States when I was about 7 years old. So I don't remember much. You know, I didn't really visit a whole lot of places before that. So now that I went on vacation, this was the time for me to actually explore the area. And if there's one thing that I want you to take away from this video, is that it's a great place to visit. People over there are just so nice. Nothing compared to the United States, especially to the Northeast. I feel like the Northeast people are kind of rude. You know, it's funny that when I used to live in New Jersey, so when I moved to Texas, I felt like Texans were so nice. Like when you went to places, they actually treated you nice instead of being like, what do you want? You know, at a restaurant. Over here, they're a little bit nicer, but in El Salvador, they're extra, extra nice. So when you go to the market, they'll be like, you know, would you like something? What can I give you? Like, come here, sweetie. Come here, sweetheart, like in Spanish, obviously. And they'll be like, I have everything you need. Like, it's so funny. People just pull you from all directions. Now they don't touch you. Before they used to actually grab you and try to get you in there. But now they don't, I guess because of COVID. They're trying to keep their distance. But yeah, people are like really nice over there. And especially people that at our restaurants and at places where you shop, they're extremely nice. I mean, I had a wonderful time. My whole family, like my husband, my kids eventually had a good time. And I would definitely visit there again. Anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of information, and I just wanted to let you know what I was up to the past 3 weeks. And yeah, see you next time. Take care. Bye.